Good morning. It is time for another food and conversation today on this 25th day of February. It's about 4:16, 17 in the morning, and it is very cold outside. We're going to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. And we're going to be making a Spanish omelet today. You can see the temperature. It is 25.7 degrees outside. It is still very winter-like, and I don't know if spring's ever going to get here. So I have just a little bit of bacon left. This is from the bacon that I bought in, like a month ago. It's been in the freezer. I'm going to dice up about half of this. So I don't allow myself to have bacon very often. I could eat bacon every day, 3 times a day. I could probably eat a whole package, a whole pound in one day if I let myself do it. So I limit myself to 1 package of thick sliced maple bacon a month. So I've only had 2 packages of bacon so far this year. So when I first entered the food service industry way back in the early 1980s, I went to work in a little mom and pop restaurant, and they had a Spanish omelet on the menu. I'd never had a Spanish omelet. Mom never ever made anything like that for us at home, any kind of Mexican hot food at all. The chef that made the Spanish sauce was an old-time, very old-school chef, and I never knew what his recipe was, but I have discovered over time that this particular salsa right here, this paste chunky salsa medium, is very, very similar to that Spanish sauce from way back then. And I dearly love that omelet. I thought it was good. So let's go ahead and get started with this, and we'll see how it comes out. And while we eat our breakfast, we'll be watching another free documentary. And this is going to take place just north of India in a country called Latika, near a town of Lee. And it's going to be this country that I didn't even know existed. It's going to be bordered by Pakistan, by Tibet, and by China. And it's been pretty interesting so far. All right, I have been dreaming about this for a while. I actually slept pretty good in the chair over here, of course, like always last night. Had a good night's sleep. And I dreamed about having a Spanish omelet. And I knew I had this salsa and all the rest. So the omelet came out pretty big. I was going to have toast with this, and I decided not to because the omelet's so big, and instead of hash browns, I wanted tomatoes. A little bit more healthy side. So let's get our video started.
What do you say? You asked me whether I'd die.
Let me turn that down just hair. Oh, what'd I do that for? Okay, I ended up setting it back, so now we gotta find where we need to be.
The lack of oxygen and what little rain does fall.
Of course, as soon as you turn the camera on, everything goes wrong. So I'm not sure where we're at there, but let's have a bite of tomato.
Like in the Sahara, vegetation is rare.
Yeah, I think I skipped too far ahead, but that's okay. Now let's have a bite of omelet. I remember the Spanish omelet so well from that particular restaurant, and it was so good. Never had anything like that before. And I put some jack and cheddar cheese in there. It's kind of stringy.
The greater the altitude, the more high quality wool the goat produces. The nomads are about to break camp. The Changpas
That was really good.
find new pastures for their goats, which eat enormous amounts of grass every day.
If I remember right, the omelet,
3 hours to pack.
the Spanish omelet there at the restaurant was quite a bit more spicy, and there's all kinds of options for that. I honestly don't even know what a real Spanish omelet recipe
out
and
their
tails.
parents' ornate turquoise
I mean, I'm
headdresses.
sure
They start making them when they reach the age they
quite a
can
bit of
marry.
hot peppers
For the
and
rest of their lives,
maybe
they
some
continue
mushrooms
to
and
have
onion. Of course, this
They're
has onion
considered
in it.
to not only afford divine
The
protection,
salsa
but
does.
are also seen as an indication of wealth. The more turquoise, the more prosperous and powerful the family.
I love documentaries like this.
Grandpa, I can carry your bag if you like. No, don't worry, I'm fine.
Never want to stop
According
learning,
to the
that's for sure.
experts, their way of life will disappear within 10 or 20 years.
And as I said, I didn't even know this country existed.
Many of
Harsh
the younger
environment there
generation
in
head
the-
off to the big cities as soon as they can to seek a more modern
In
lifestyle.
the Himalayan mountains.
Some, like Barkham, however, say they won't abandon their yaks.
That is very delicious.
Life is very hard up here. It's cold in winter.
I do remember
It's 30 degrees.
with that
Between 65 and 70 of us.
recipe, I remember watching him make it one time, the chef. And he did put bacon in it.
Because here there's no
I
work.
don't remember anything else. I know there were,
But it's also very hard.
I believe, jalapenos.
Until now, I've always lived among goats, yaks, and sheep.
There could have been other
We have what we need up here.
various hot
We're born here,
peppers.
and it's best to stay up here.
And I think there were
What do you tell
bell
your children?
peppers in it.
Well, we tell them they should continue
I don't
to
like
eat.
bell peppers.
They don't
but I
answer. We
like
teach them what we know and ask
A
them to carry
stuffed bell pepper. My mother would take and cut the bell peppers and then stuff hamburger in there.
After walking for 6 hours,
various
El
things,
Dorado
and,
is in sight. A small river
I remember it
with
made it
a
have a
strict
good
vegetation.
flavor, but I couldn't stand
Enough
to eat the
to
bell
please
pepper.
both man and beast.
But the bell pepper gave it a good flavor.
They
That's
know
what I'm
the
trying to
site
say.
well. They return each year to set up camp as the grass here, watered by the river, grows quickly. We sold our goats, almost all our sheep.
So we got the harbor cam going over here.
During winter, we live in a small house.
There's a little bit of rain or snow coming down over there.
You want a big
They do
snowball?
get snow on the coast occasionally.
No, we just need to tighten the rope. These nomads will soon likely be living in the slums.
This is a very delicious omelet.
In the not too distant future, the deserts in the high mountains will once again fall.
I can't think of anything else I'd want to have in here.
Or nearly. The noise of an old engine will.
I think this salsa does have bell
break the
peppers in it,
silence.
but I can't really detect them.
Ajay is trying to make up time on the Rockland Pass. The descent is taking a lot of risks. Facing oncoming trucks, he and his co-pilot don't hesitate to force their
Oh,
way
that's a
past.
good omelet. Oh man, look at that.
Oh, you keep going a bit further.
These roads are so incredibly
Brave.
dangerous there
Reverse.
in a lot of those countries. Not for me, that's for sure. But those people, they just do what they have to do to survive.
Thanks for going in reverse.
See, there's a ship leaving the harbor.
Come and discover Bandon. In Bandon, we proudly preserve the past and protect the future for generations
Come
to
on,
enjoy.
Ad.
What will you discover?
Anyway, there's ships leaving the harbor all during the night because it's crab season over there.
Ask your healthcare provider about Ozempic.
And during the day, you can see the ships come back loaded with crab pots, amazingly. I've actually seen a few YouTube
Ajay pushes
videos
on, but suddenly
about just the crab fishing on that particular harbor. Got my glass of milk too, I forgot to mention that.
Ali,
Hey,
train has been broken down on the side of the road for more than 2 days. Usually, amongst drivers, it's each man for himself, as delays cost too much money. But between friends, it's different. Give me the key. Which key? The 17 key in the bag. Simple bolt is what caused the breakdown. It's that big and snapped in half.
So I love hash brown potatoes,
Part must fit together.
but I try to avoid them for the obvious reason.
The trucks are ancient and have been patched up many times.
For the same reason I try to avoid bacon, but every now and then I just gotta have some.
Careful not to break anything else. Since last night, I've lost 17 hours.
I could eat a whole
Cost me.
package, which is basically a pound of bacon, the way that I buy
What's it
it.
take you to earn 150 euros?
I could eat one in one day.
2 weeks.
That would be a lot. That would be a
As a
lot.
way of reward, some unnatural looking colours. What is it? Cookery, like chips. How do they make that colour? Well, it's made in a factory. Nobody knows how they do it.
I know of people that could eat a
Next
pound
is
of
one
bacon
the highest passes in the world.
for
The
breakfast.
Taekwondo. Altitude 5,000 meters.
I mean, I don't personally know them, but
The weather remains
like,
fine
for
there,
example,
with daily traffic jams, and Ajay
one of our
might
presidents, and
make
I
up for
don't
lost time.
remember which number he was,
The
but
Indus
one of
River
our
flows
presidents
through
from,
Ladakh. The river gave its name to the country, India.
oh, I want to say late
Bridges are
1800s.
rare, and the paths that lead to Nirvana can be perilous.
William Howard Taft. He was a very large man, and I watched a documentary on him not too awful long ago. He could eat for breakfast. His typical breakfast was a pound of bacon and a dozen eggs. And they didn't say anything about potatoes or anything. That was a lot. I mean, I am almost full right here. I'm glad I did not do toast. That is very filling.
It's hard.
Here comes another fishing boat out of the harbor. They got to come out and then go around
The rope's not that good
the
either.
wave brick thing there. So let me know down in the comments what you do during breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Meaning, are you by yourself, or do you have your family around? I only have 2 family members left
That was harsh.
in the entire world.
I thought I was about to die.
A younger brother and sister, both younger than me.
Hard to use the basket, but there's no bridge, so it's the only solution available to everyone.
But if I were married or had a girlfriend, we would be sharing meals together for sure. But my company for meals is YouTube. There's various things I like to watch.
The town is perched 3,500 meters up the mountainside. Less than 40 years ago, it was still little more than a large village. Today, thanks to tourism, the town is expanding at a frenetic pace. It's become a magnet for all nationalities
so
and
darn
all religions, although Buddhists still outnumber the others. Every day, the rollers, which are dotted throughout the town, are turned in a clockwise direction. They're called prayer mills. And the faithful say each time they spin, they send prayers into the air. Kanzim doesn't pray for his own soul. Instead, he prefers to put in a good word for humanity as a whole.
To deliver top quality asset tags at the best prices on the internet.
Skip that ad.
It's very flush at this height.
It's very cold up there in the Himalayas.
It's out of breath very quickly. It causes headaches, sometimes even death. It's very cold in this part of the road.
The thing just about got 10 minutes left on it.
It's the final stretch of this journey.
It's all I can do to finish these last couple bites.
The last stop is meant to bring good luck
Very good.
before reaching Leh. No one passes the mausoleum without paying their respects. A few years earlier, a driver died a violent death, and according to the truckers, his spirit haunts this part of the road.
This is...
To remain in his good books, the drivers leave offerings, such as cakes, but occasionally death demands more specific objects.
It's so bizarre.
Well, sometimes he asks for water, so we give it to him. Cigarettes, too.
These are monks that live up in there.
He's a mechanic. He died when
And
he was working. The driver has a problem. He's always there to help.
I want to say it's Buddha, but I don't know. I don't know that much about that type of religion.
Then I became a driver. He also
I
wanted
don't want to say to each his own, I guess.
How did he die?
All right, the
The
last
truck wouldn't start. So the driver asked him as the mechanic to wedge the wheel with a rock. But it was too small and the truck started going backwards. And it crushed him. Ever since leaving Manali, Ajay has been driving under pressure, and fatigue is beginning to take its toll.
That's not good.
After 470 kilometers of unpaved road and 7 days behind the wheel, Ajay and his co-pilot finally reach their cargo's destination.
Holy mackerel, that was really good. That was very delicious. This is the area on Google Earth. This is Latika, and Leah is the area, the city area where this is taking place. But and then you have Tibet over here, and China here, and Pakistan here, and then Afghanistan, and so forth and so on, and India down here. Really, really interesting. Alrighty, well, that will be it for this video. That was a very delicious omelet. And I got enough bacon left to have another one probably for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, later on for lunch. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.